Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining Success After Emptiness, where success is relative. It's really what you make it. Whether you are empty nester as a single person, as married people, or maybe you were a foster parent, a grandparent, but now you're seeing empty nesting life. Something I've come to understand is that I really do like it. I was dreading it in the beginning, but now I like it. But I've learned 3 things as my children have now become adults. And I think it's worth sharing. If you want, please, I would love for you to comment and let me know what you think. Let me know how your journey's been going for you. But also, do you mind hitting that subscribe button? I like to share my journey. I like to hear about your journey. We can just journey together. Or maybe for those that are not quite empty nesters just yet, it's on this way. That we can share some clues and hints with you as you follow along and watch our journeys play out, my journey play out. But to get back to what I said before, when it comes to the empty nest in life, dealing with adult children, I've learned 3 key things. Number 1 is they don't have to take your advice anymore. It can be a suggestion. They're not required to do what you ask of them or what you demand of them. Those demanded days are long gone. At this point, you're parenting from a distance and you're just making suggestions. But because they have their ultimate mind, they can make their own decisions. And if you've equipped them, you got to trust that you put the right tools and the right things in them. But they're going to make mistakes anyway. Didn't you make mistakes? Didn't you learn from those mistakes? Something I want to share that a counselor told me, he was just wonderful. I was just talking about my children, how, I, as a parent, I see, as my parents saw, if you can at all, you want to prevent some of those traps that they may fall into. And I think with me, I was trying to helicopter and parent over parenting, stepping outside my boundaries. He said something to me that really stuck. He says, I can tell you're the kind of person, you probably made really good decisions in life. And I thought, yeah, I have. I think I have. Kind of like got all puffed up and I got prideful. He goes, but you probably made some bad decisions too. And I had to admit, I said, absolutely, I've made bad decisions. So my goal is to stop my children from doing the same. He goes, why would you rob your children of the same right of falling down on their faces and allowing God to pick them back up again? And I thought, that is a gem, because you think as a parent that you are like just going to make sure your kids don't have to go through difficult and hard times. And as a Christian, you feel like, I'm certainly praying for my kids, but sometimes you have to back away and allow God to take care of those children. So I learned, just like in my worst moments, God came, he picked me back up, and I turned my life around. But I had to make a purposeful, intentional decision to do that. They have to do the same thing. So number 1, you're only at a point in your life now where you're only giving out advice. They don't have to take it. They can do whatever they want to do. And sometimes they're going to fall on their face. But you've raised them. You understand that sometimes that's a process of life. They'll fall down, but they'll get back up. So that's number 1. Number 2, this is pretty interesting. But it's okay to say no. No to babysitting. No to, I'm not going to come over and loan you money. Or no to, I got other plans. I can't do that. I can't be there for you. And not feel guilty about it. I think oftentimes we feel really guilty and we think that, oh my gosh, as a parent, I need to be here and do that. No. These are adults. In the real world, it's okay to get a no. And I think that as parents now, we're learning to navigate this life without our children, not having to rush home from work to make dinner, not having to schedule PTA meetings, not having to volunteer at school, not have to attend the sporting events. That time is over and that time is now past. It's okay for you to say no. And I think sometimes even when they want to borrow money, not that you don't have it, but no, go out there and figure it out. I had to figure it out. I want you to babysit. Now, I got 2 grandkids. I love my grandkids. I'm willing to help. But there's been times I'm like, I have plans, guys. I can't do it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it because just like we worked it out, they have to work it out too. And with us being 80s babies, I think 80s babies, we would learn to go outside, scratch our legs, scratch our knees. And guess what happened? We end up learning from that. We were okay with that. Some of us ate a little bit of dirt. Some intentionally, some not intentionally. Some of us fell off our bikes, skinned our knees, cried, went home to mom. But guess what? We were okay. So it's part of life. They'll get it. They'll understand it. So sometimes a no means no. I don't have to give you a reason why. I just said no, I can't do it. I'm not available. I got plans. At the point as a parent now, we don't have to revolve our things around our children, our adult children. Of course, I'm proud of my kids. They've done well. You know, some made mistakes. They've made mistakes too. But I'm proud of what I see. But I'm also like, you know what? I'm not going to tie my life to you. It's like I have to run everything by you. Now, of course, there's times we've had vacations. I want to plan family vacations. And I'm really careful to say, hey, are you off work? How does your schedule look? You have friends and relationships you're dealing with. Can you accommodate that? And they're quick to tell me, yes, Mom, but also, no, Mom, I got plans with my friends this weekend. Why don't you reciprocate? You can say no too. They're going to be okay. They're going to survive. And I would say probably the third thing that I would say was probably been the most life-transforming thing for me is it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go of when they were kids and you were there for them. You loved on them. You wanted to protect them. I had one of my girlfriends, I took my daughter home when she was a little bitty baby. She was probably 2 months old. And this mother who was so wise, she says, Kathy, she said, oh, Jewel, she said, I know you love that baby, don't you? I said, Kathy, I do. I really love my daughter. I'm so happy I got a daughter. She goes, wait until somebody hurts her. And I'm thinking, what? I'm telling you, it's okay to let go. They're going to fall, but they're going to get right back up. And it's okay to say, you know what, daughter, son, I love you and all, but I can't go rescuing you. I can't run after you and try to prevent all these things in life that can happen. So it's okay to say, you know what, I'm Mom. I've done my purpose. I've served my purpose. Now it's time for you to go out there and fly. Sometimes your wings are going to get clipped. You're going to be injured. It's okay. Because, yeah, you know, you're praying. They're praying. They're going to get back up again. And I've learned something about children. They're super duper resilient. They say kids are more resilient than adults. So now that these are young adults, that same resiliency is in them. You've done a good job. You've done the best that you can, but grace takes care of the rest. You know, I feel like for me, I did all that I knew to do, but at the same time, there's things they're going to have to learn too. So you've done your job, Mom and Dad, Grandma, foster parents, aunts, uncles, aunties. You've done your job. Let them go and fly. Let them go and be great. Sometimes being great is saying, I fell. I scratched up my knee. Oh my gosh, I fell. I didn't pay my bills. Now I have to go to court. Oh my gosh, I'm dealing with a difficult boss. You guys, we made it. They can make it too. Let them fly. Let them soar. Let them learn how to flap those wings. Like they say, the mother bird, she kicks those children out of the nest. You know why? If you didn't kick them out of the nest, they would grow up and they would take over the nest. So it's okay to let go and let them go and fly. And don't feel like you have to rescue them anymore. These are grown adults. How do you look? I remember when I was carrying my children, they were just little babies, I'd carry them. And as they got older, they got heavy. Sometimes as parents, we interject and we shouldn't be interjecting in their lives. It's like you're still carrying them. But now you're carrying like a 150 to maybe 200-pound person, a whole human. It's not your job to carry them. God can carry them better than you can. Just let them go. Live your life. Move on. I know my parents loved me. They were great parents and all, but they let me fall. They let me make mistakes. I think sometimes us Gen X parents kind of think, well, I'm going to prevent some of the things I went through. You guys, where are we without our struggle? Those struggles make you stronger. Those struggles help you. So as I close it out, just remember those 3 key things. And as I said, share. Let me know what you have found success in. Let me know what those 3 areas that you found that being an adult parent, you've learned to either let go or hold on or just whatever happens, just happens. Success after emptiness, just giving you my perspective. You take care and don't forget, subscribe. This is called the Subscribe Tribe. Let's go and subscribe. Let's build our empty nest community. I would love to hear your stories, but I hope you're living your best life. We'll talk to you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.